Hi guys, Took here with a new video, and this video will be some Arms Warrior analysis video on solo shuffle. So hopefully I can make you learn a few things or two. Again, it's not perfect gameplay, but if you want to learn something about Arms Warrior, I made a guide, and this is pretty much me playing the second build, the build that I've shown on the guide video, the second one with Skull Splitter. One of my all-time favorite builds right now, at least for Arms Warrior. And I'm very happy to show some gameplay to it. Again, let's test right away and watch the video. Overall, we're playing with a mistweaver, which is a casted one, a unholy decay, me myself Arms Warrior versus a resto shaman, a shadow priest, and a retribution paladin. And we decided to go on the shadow priest because again it's the only caster in the game, at least like in this game, and we have to try to kick as much as we can. So what we do is actually try to zug him, and we do pretty much what we had to do. The unholy decay did some great damage as well. But overall, we're really pumping. We're doing a lot of damage with Blade Storm and trying to kick everything we can, try to apply the bleeds. I feared off the Resto Shaman as well. And I see the Healing Tide, so I don't know if I charge upon the Healing Tide. I think I do. I go on the Healing Tide, try to destroy it ASAP, and then we go back to the Shadow Priest whenever we can. I try to survive with Ignore Pains. So what we do is actually just as much damage as possible. Try to kick the important spells, like for example Mind Flay Insanity is a good kick because it is Shadow Frost, I think, Shadow Frost, which effectively just kicks everything available to the priest. I think the only thing that is not kicked is maybe the Holy spell, which is a flash heal, but pretty much it's the best way to kick a Shadow Priest. Also, the bigger Void Torrent, for example, is also a great kick that you can have. Or mind games. We're doing a lot of pressure. Overall, this game is pretty much a long game though, because we were playing versus a Retribution Paladin, a Shadow Priest. It has a lot of like utility spells, a lot of defensives, but at the end of the day, we did a lot of damage. And I try to look at the damage from my allies and from my enemies, so I can analyze who is playing well or who is not playing. Again, I'm a multi-classer, so that's why I always try to give a tip towards players in general. Try to multi-class if you can, if you have a bit of time. Again, alting is very easy in this game because of the gearing system and how easy it is. It is a fantastic way to know the specs and know the classes you're facing, and analyzing who is playing well, who is not playing well. Especially in solo shuffle, it is really a mob mentality where you try to zug the guy that is actually playing the worst, right? Again, we're trying to do a lot of damage on the Shadow Priest, doing our combo with Colossal Smash Avatar, which effectively doesn't use a GCD because Avatar is without GCD. And we're doing like double Blade Storm to do a lot of cleave. You see that on the top left, again, it's like behind the donos. So again, if you want to donate, it's always welcome. Helps me a ton for a lot of stuff. But we're top damage with 200k DPS, by the way. Really 200k. If you actually see it through the behind stuff, you can actually see the 200k DPS. But we're doing a lot of damage on the Shadow Priest. Again, the mistweaver is not the best healer in the lobby. I'm going to say it's really someone that is very static, doesn't do too much. He's just here to heal. He doesn't go in for a leg sweep, for example. We have a Blade Storm. We try to Blade Storm again. A lot of pressure again. Try to ignore pain whenever we can, and try to kick everything we can actually do on the Shadow Priest. Again, the more you can kick, the better, because then you can actually just relieve a bit of pressure. And the Shadow Priest, you see, he doesn't really play too much right now. He's really stopped at every single occasion. And luckily, our Retribution Paladin actually kicks the important spells as well. And we're doing a lot of damage on the Shadow Priest. And the whole match, I did 110k DPS. 110k DPS. Blade Storm critting for 70k. My Rend is doing 11% damage. Again, Skull Splitter is a fantastic ability, to be honest. The Shadow Priest is a bit pestering, but I said to him, look, we're going to win this, brother. It's an Unholy Decay Retribution Paladin. Let's go for the red. But obviously, we're going to cleave those two. The Retribution Paladin also has a bit less HP, we did see it. So I think he has a bit less gear than normal, at least of what he needs to have. We are close to 99k HP, so we have like 150k difference. So what I want to do is actually try to sweeping strike, cleave them with a lot of damage. I did already close the smash. That's an error for me. I think I did it way too soon. But overall, again, we can do a lot of damage just by the sheer pressure we have as a warrior. Arms Warrior is actually one of the better specs out there that is actually possible to pair with any spec, or at least any class. And the good thing is we have Intervene. We're still playing with the Shout PvP talent, forgot the name again. So it gives us a root, it gives us increased stamina on battle cry, gives us command shout, but just in general we're trying to do a lot of pressure on those two. Again, right now we are on the Retribution Paladin. At one point we will do a switch on the Unholy DK or anything. We're close to the Healing Tide. I tried to go on the Healing Tide with a charge. More strike, it is gone now. A lot of the healing is just now gone from the Restoration Shaman, so obviously we have way more pressure. Our Shadow Priest misplays a lot because you see he stuns and silences the DPSs. Unfortunately, if he actually did that on the Restoration Shaman, we would probably win already. But we're doing pretty well. It is a good lobby for me. I'm not gonna lie. My Blaze Storm has a lot of value. My Sweeping Strikes has a lot of value. I have a lot of pressure just in general because they are always melee with me. They're not really kiting too much, so it's a really good lobby to play as an Arms Warrior. But I'm going to say Arms Warrior in general has great lobbies. You have some bad lobbies which are like pretty much caster cleaves, but at the moment I feel like we're playing way more melees than casters in general, so it's a good thing. We have Avatar directly, so we're doing Avatar, I think, calls to smash after it, and I'm going to try to burst as soon as possible. We have like the Retribution Paladin with 0 HP, the DK as well, he has Iceborne Fortitude. I'm going to stun the Restoration Shaman perfectly, and we're trying to kill the Unholy DK. At the end of the day, the Unholy DK just dies, and again, we have the most damage in the lobby. We're doing 85k DPS, Blaze Storm, huge value, more strike, doing a lot of damage. Rend, because of the pets from Unholy DK, just has way more value at the moment. With the 4-set, Rend will have even more value, so that's why I'm saying the first build and the second build from my Arms Warrior guide is the most meta one, because again the 4-set will be amplified because of that, and Spear of Bastion is just not really a meta build right now. But we're playing with the Retribution Paladin, with the mistweaver versus the Shadow Priest and the Unholy DK. I think this game goes badly, if I'm not remembering correctly. It was a game from yesterday again. But just in general, we're trying to do our best without really losing the games by ourselves. We're trying to do our best, and if we lose, it's not our fault. At least we tried, right? There is no reason to pass after that. So right now we're trying to go on the Shadow Priest. I think the Unholy DK just pumps this game, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Retribution Paladin, again, I cannot really control what other people do. He should have played probably, most likely, Spell Warden, which is a PvP talent that gives BOP, not really BOP anymore. It becomes Spell Warden, so defense versus magic damage. And Shadow Priest and Unholy DK both are doing magic damage, so it would help way more, but it is what it is. I think we do win this one, or not? I don't think so. I think the Resto Shaman plays very well compared to the Mistweaver. I see that he got lassoed. We are going to pop our defensive, if I'm not mistaken. We're dying pretty badly. We had Ignore Pain up, Impending Victory as well, so it was a misplay from me, but we did well. At the end of the day, we have 3 wins, 1600 MMR. Unfortunately, they did reset a lot of stuff, and it was our first match as Arms Warrior, so I was already satisfied. The Unholy DK actually did a lot of damage. Death Coral and Festering Wounds just hits for a lot. So now we're going on the SP, and we'll try to see for an opportunity to go on the Monk, because I think the Monk is not that good. At that moment, I felt like the Monk was very, very immobile, didn't do too much, and also never fake cast or whatever. So there was also an opportunity there. He already used his TP, by the way. I see the icon with the health bars. So I switch on him because he doesn't have a TP. So I try to do a lot of damage. And you see, like, it is unhinged. Like, he was close of dying versus me. He already popped a defensive. I missed my my kick, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going on the Shadow Priest. And now we're going to try to do a big Blaze Storm onto them, if I'm not mistaken. I'm mistaken. Never mind. We did. And yeah, we're trying to see and look for an opportunity to maybe CC the mistweaver, or try to just put pressure on the Shadow Priest with a Stormbolt. Again, the unholy DK, what he needs to do is CC the monk with a silence, with a strangulate, for example, as well, or with anything he can do. Also, we never really see him grab the mistweaver onto us, unfortunately. The Retribution Paladin actually plays well with, because he plays Sank, and not all of Retribution Paladins actually play Sank. And you see someone subscribed to my channel. Again, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Overall, we're doing pretty well, I think, in this match. We were in control. I also saw the CDs from the Resto Shaman, so I was not really panicking. Diebar sword in 30 seconds. So again, if we're surviving 30 seconds, we should be able to win. We have the dispersion from the Shadow Priest, which in turns gives me the hope of, okay, now we're going to burst. So I'm going to try to fear the Mistweaver, and then we're going on the Shadow Priest, kicking the Shadow Priest, and then a Blaze Storm. And I think it is very close of winning this game, if I'm not mistaken. I might go on the Mistweaver here. Yeah, we're switching on the Mistweaver. We have a lot less HP. We were very close of dying. Fortunately, the Restoration Shaman actually played very well. We have Blaze Storm up. I think I Blaze Storm here. Yeah, and we're doing a lot of damage. Blaze Storm is really a lot of damage, and then we get a big more strike. Again, the Blaze Storm build, the second build, again, if you watch my guide, the second build, which is the Skull Splitter build with double Blade Storm, a Roar, with the best amount of consistent damage and burst damage. This build is insane. It does like insane damage on Blaze Storm, insane damage on Moral Strike, insane damage on Colossus Smash, insane damage on Bleeds. We have some great consistent damage, some great burst. We do lose a bit of the defensive aspect from Fueled by Violence, for example, or we do lose our double like sweeping streak, the sweeping strikes talent, which gives us 6 seconds extra on sweeping strikes. But I do feel like it's worth it most of the games. So what we're going to do is we're trying to go on the red, but we can always switch on the monk or switch on the unholy DK. I also asked the Shadow Priest to actually use the CC on the monk only. I think he doesn't do that, but it is what it is. We have a big amount of CDs used by the enemies, and we still have Avatar and Blade Storm, so we're very close of actually finishing the game. We have Avatar up now, and we're trying to cleave them too. I think I sweeping strikes very soon. I hope. That's a misplay from me. I should have already done it, but we didn't. Shadowing throw on the Retribution Paladin, so at least we can just keep the pressure on him. And we have a big Blade Storm here. And yeah, I think we're doing pretty well here. And I do believe that the Shadow Priest is very close of dying. He has execution sentence on him, so that is a very close victory or defeat. If I'm not mistaken, we do win. But yeah, in general, try to control the match however you can. Try to intervene how much you can on the DPS or the healer that is actually targeted. Try to do a lot of damage. I could have played Disarm, but I do feel like, look, I'm here for doing damage. I'm here to do the highlight reels. So we do want to damage PvP taunts. But if you're smart, again, you know you're playing with a Shadow Priest, you could play with the double intervene talent, which effectively gives a 20% DR on your ally 2 times. But yeah, I mean, we should be doing well. We have the Resto Shaman actually playing well. The Shadow Priest survives however he can. You see on the top left, we're like pretty much the only one really doing damage. Sharpened Blade on both of them because we have sweeping strikes. And now this is really close of a victory. We're going to go and switch on the Mistweaver. Closest smash on the mistweaver. He has no mana left. He does mana tea. He pops his CDs, multiple CDs. I fear the mistweaver, and then we just switch on the Retribution Paladin, which effectively just gives us a win. So effectively, we did gain 480 MMR CR, and we are close to 1700 MMR with just one win. It's fantastic. Vault, very cool. We did a lot of twos. We were second to DPS in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I do click on it. We have 6 million healing. It's really crazy that Retribution Paladin has less healing than Arms, but that is just how they build Retribution Paladin. Unfortunately, I think they deserve more healing. I don't think Arms Warriors should lose healing though, but I do feel like, look, maybe buff hybrids to get some good healing or something, because again, unholy DK more healing and Arms also than a Retribution Paladin. The Shadow Priest actually healed for a lot, 15 million, close to the damage done, but he didn't do too much. But at the end of the day, we won 5 games. We should have won 6, to be honest, but I think I did misplay the loss, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope you guys did learn something from this video. I know I'm not the best commentator, like play-by-play. I do talk way better once I'm playing, but I try to make those videos a bit more of a reality. Let me know if you do learn something from it. I would like to do that with more classes, more specs. There is a guide going up for Elemental Shaman or Enhancement Shaman this week. I might do those two together. There is an RBG tier list, Soul RBG tier list that is going to be updated this week, I believe. And next week I will do a Soul Shuffle one, which I think I will wait for the update. I think they're going to make a patch for next week, so I'm going to wait for that. But overall, I have a good idea on the meta currently with the amount of games I've played. I'm going to try to put some guides up from the specs that I'm playing currently. But again, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. You do help the channel, but you also help yourself watching the videos that are going to come up whenever they are live. If anything, you want to try to support the channel, be sure to comment, be sure to like. If you want to do a donation, it always helps me and my family and just the channel to grow even better. Overall, anything that can help the channel, you can do that just by being there and watching the videos. But again, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and we will catch each other probably very soon in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.